The Rio Grande Valley has been designated as one of 3 coronavirus testing surge sites across the country. The federal designation comes with a goal of testing 5,000 people per day at each site. Those tests got underway today and are available for free to everyone 5 or older, regardless of where they live. Today, members of the coronavirus task force spoke about how the surge sites were picked.
There was a list of communities identified by Dr. Burks and her team that had certain characteristics of their infection trend, but also met certain characteristics of numerical numbers and isolation that surge testing might have an impact over a short period of time.
The other 2 surge sites are in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and Jacksonville, Florida. Testing at the sites will continue for anywhere from 5 to 12 days.